Hey everybody, how you doing? This is James from Wix1.com, WIX number 1.com, all things mobile. It's Sunday, and we're going to do a soft unboxing and review for the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge, and maybe a few other things. Alright, let's check it out, eh? Kaboom, here is the box. It's the 64 gig edition. It's the Sapphire Black. Yeah. It's I don't know where they got this design language for these packaging boxes, but doesn't do that much for me. I can tell you that. I think they used to have a better case. You know, BlackBerry always had cool looking design packaging. You know. Okay, let's see. So here we go. It's just the box, and we'll put this guy just over here for a short second. Inside the box, just all the usual how-to and don't blow yourself up and other good stuff. It's kind of good that they put it in the inside of a box, because no one will ever go inside the box and look at it, except for me. Quick start guide, 2 languages, usual suspects, and a little smart. What's this guy say here? Yeah, Samsung Smart Switch. Smart Switch on Samsung.com. Yeah? Yeah. You know. There you go. Okay, now we're cooking. Okay, enough of that. Inside the box, you got this honking supersized charger. It's like a 2 amp guy. It's real big. I can tell you that much. It's huge. USB guy. Cable, long cable. Long cable. Really long cable. Long cable. Oh yeah, they got cable for life. More here, more there, more there. There we go. Yeah. Same glorious goodness. There you go. Yeah, this stuff, this cable business. I like the long cable actually, because Apple never gives you anything that's very long. They're always just short little cables, and you have to fight to reach things, and you know. But what else we got in the box? We got a interesting SIM key. Interesting SIM key. And you got some earphones, earbuds. They look like they're alright. They're not gold tipped or anything, but they typical Samsung earbuds. That's it. That's all she wrote. It's all done. And here she goes. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. It's like a credit card, man. It's so thin. There's the edge. Shiny, shiny. I wonder where we've seen those design markings before. On an iPhone, maybe? This is a very nice looking phone. It's really cool. There's a lot of interesting design language here. The curved sides here are really nice. This device is pretty new. You know, it's got a new style, new design. It's a 16 megapixel back camera. There's a 5 megapixel in the front. It's got, well, this particular one is a 64 gig model. The camera really takes zippy pictures, like really nice, clean, sharp, vibrant, colorful pictures straight out of the box. Um, Another cool thing is you just double click this guy when you log in, and then boom, you're right in the camera. And it's fast, it's reactive, it's instant, and I really like that. The fingerprint scanner here, where you can unlock your phone, really works well. This is the best one they've ever made, in my opinion. You can lock it up and just kind of boom, and it works. So it's just as good as iPhone in that respect. It really works well. Even setting it up, it learns the same way. The screen of this device is very clean. It may or may not translate on the video, but I can tell you it's really vibrant. The pictures that it takes are extremely good. I think this is probably one of the highest density devices on market today for the most part. If you ever notice I think they pronounce it parallax effect, where the background sort of moves and your icons in the front stay still. Well, this does the same thing. iPhone used to do it, and they did too much, so people are getting dizzy. But now this one does it too. You're probably not going to be able to see it on the video, but I can tell you it does do it, and it's kind of neat. The call quality on this phone is pretty good. It's less chirpy than the iPhone 6 with Bluetooth headsets. I was talking with a few people, and it was working out pretty good. You could actually hear them. I've had many complaints for call quality on an iPhone, and it gets annoying. There's a sidebar thing here I'm going to show you. So let's see if I can get it close enough that it will work. Alright, so right here is a little line, and you can get some, yeah, it's hard to see with this thing, but it basically shows up 5 different contacts, and those contacts will be notifying you if they send emails or they call, or even if you miss a call, you'll get an extra bar along the bottom side, and then you can kind of pull it out, and there'll be more information what you can do. Do you want to text them? Do you want to call them back? Do you want to do something else? So the little sidebar thing basically just pulls out 5 contacts, and you can change them all you want. And it's kind of neat to have. Along the top, it's the usual stuff. Let's see here. Right? This is Lollipop, 5.0 Android. It's pretty smooth, no problems. Everything works fine. People say that it's been streamlined, but I'm the only thing that was a hunt is finding widgets, and it took me a little bit to figure out where the widgets went to. Where they did go to is basically you have to say, for instance, I'm gonna remove something so I can show you. So you need an open space. So you click and hold, and then down on the bottom are your access to widgets and other stuff. And there's a lot of themes now available for this too, right? Which is kind of cool because everybody wants to change their stuff, and Android's known for changing their design. And so we've figured, okay, great. Going to be able to do a few more things here. Let me see if I can add this guy in. Yeah. All right. Freeze and hold. Unknown Wi-Fi. Okay, good. So there are themes available for this device now. You can go in there and add themes. It's actually available from your settings menu. If you go down, let me just find where it says themes. There we go. oops, themes. So there are some default themes, and then there's some more you can get in the store area. Um, the space one's kind of fun, but it's not what you think. It's not a adult space thing. It's more of a kid space thing. So, you know, I'm sure there's going to be more themes available for this, and there's probably a rollout that they're planning. I looked at the other ones in the store, and they were okay, but they weren't that good. I'm sure later on they'll be better. I in my opinion, the folders on Lollipop are really underwhelming. There's just a square box, and you know, square boxes don't really appeal. Let's see if I can show it. Yeah, there we go. So, but I think you can change all that if you get a launcher, and then you can switch it all around the way you like. So this is a Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. It's a whole lot to say, right? What can I tell you? Its signal is good. Call quality is decent. The battery will last you all day. I tested it on the road. I took it on the road with Google Maps, and I was pretty good for the most part. You most likely want to use the GPS mode, not so much the LTE mode. If you depending on where you're going, it'll be more reliable. I think that's the same for any device, not necessarily just this device. At the end of the day, this is a really slick, jazzy looking device, and most people will like it. It's running the octa-core system in here, Exynos octa-core. It's one of these things that you didn't expect them to put out a beast such as this. 3 gig of RAM, octa-core. It's got 2.1 cores as well as 1.5 cores inside. These devices are supercharged. With all this power comes competition, right? So, and being the competition, sometimes we should put them side by side. Yeah? Haha. So, iPhone 6, Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. Yeah. Pretty close, eh? Pretty close. Let's see. They're pretty much the same height for the most part. The Sammy version is a little taller. It's a 5.1, and the other one is 4.7. So at the end of the day, they're just about identical. As far as thickness, no one is going to be able to tell the difference. It's just on paper. All right, so let's see. There we go. So that's the thickness difference. Yeah. So Samsung, iPhone. So let's look at the top and the bottom, just to say we did. Okay. Pretty close, isn't it? Pretty close. Quite entertaining, actually. They're about the same in weight for the most part. They're, if you, I think, yeah, they're pretty much the same as far as weight is concerned. This is the edge, so the side is a little thinner than this one, so it's more roundy on the corner of the iPhone versus the edge, but you get used to it. It's not a big deal. There are some nice cases, and probably more coming for this edge. For the iPhone, the the roundy side kind of makes it comfortable all around, and it's a really thin, pocketable device. Um, well, it's iPhone. It's very standard. iOS doesn't change very much over the last 5-6 years, and Android has been more customizable, to say the least. But there you have it. A little bit of each. Camera on this guy, super fancy, really vivid, good detail, even in low light. Other people have said that the iPhone was better in a low light, but I found that it was more, I guess, faded or maybe light. I'm not sure what the term is going to be for this. It's just not as vivid, and it lacked detail in low light as well. It did lack detail. This one had more detail. Was more colorful, more HD. This is a 16 megapixel camera. This one's an 8. But they say that they made the pixels bigger on this one. So you can still get great photos with your iPhone 6, as you will with this Samsung phone for the S6 Edge. But at the end of the day, I did a side-by-side comparison, and I found that the iPhone was a little bit lacking with detail and a little bit more faded, versus the Samsung phone with more detail and a little bit more colorful. So doesn't mean this photo can't get to this. You can just put it through a filter and boom, there it is. But out of the box, it wasn't as clear as this is from start to finish, right? So there you have it. Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge.